We're live. Countdown. Hello, I'm Willie Bragg. Welcome to another edition of the Willie Bragg Show. And if you want to know what it's like to live in a ridiculous country, look no further than the United States of America, where hysteria can be taken to whole new levels. And indeed, remember when the Iraq War took place? They started to rename French fries freedom fries, which might not seem so silly now if France goes fascist, if Marine Le Pen becomes the president of France. And let's hope that that doesn't happen. Let's hope that the people's good senses, as horrible as what's his name? Emmanuel Macron is, hopefully France will not go fascist. But let's not talk about that. That's another subject for another time. I will talk about that later. Jackson Hinkle, who is a left-wing commentator, up-and-coming left-wing commentator. I listen to his show quite often. His ideology is a little further left than myself, and that's okay. That's okay. Someone has to be a little further to the left than myself. Someone's got to be a little further to the right than myself, and that's what makes the world go round. I mean, I value what he has to say. Even if I don't agree 100%. But I largely agree more than disagree. Having that said, it's fucked up what just happened to him. I will let him explain, but before I do, the saying, the revolution is a t-shirt away. Well, he was going to sell a line of t-shirts, and well, as I said, I will let him explain it, and I will share a few words right afterwards. All right. Go on.
The printing house took our shop down, banned our shirts, banned Z-shirts, refunded all of our buyers, and permanently deleted my merch shop. You guys know, many of you bought these Z-shirts because Zelensky, or as we're now calling him, Ilinsky, Volodymyr Ilinsky, the president of Ukraine, banned the letter Z in Ukraine. The Verkhovna Rada also voted to ban the letter Z. They see it as a symbol of Russian aggression and war criminality, so they've decided to ban the letter Z, as well as Germany and Latvia have banned the letter Z, and Latvia has also banned the letters O and V because they see them as Russian symbols of aggression. And guess what? So I made these Z-shirts, and you guys were all stoked on them. And then we sold a bunch. We sold almost 100 of them in like 2 days. And then guess what happened? The printing house that was hosting our merchandise shop where we were selling these Z-shirts took our shop down, banned our shirts, banned Z-shirts, refunded all of our buyers. So if you bought, if you're one of the many that bought these shirts, you've been refunded, or you will be refunded within the next 3 business days, and permanently deleted my merch shop. I've worked with them for over a year now. They deleted my shop. So if you guys want a Z-shirt, obviously they don't want you to have one. The establishment doesn't want you to have one. So what else are you supposed to do than get one? So we've re-uploaded these Z-shirts on this website called Tzilly, and they are not taking us down. So I'll send the link to that in the chat right now in case you want to grab one. They come in navy blue and black. I got mine in black. The navy blue one's kind of sick though. I might snag a navy blue one, but I got the black one for sure. And you guys should get those. They're available now. I'll send the link to it in the chat. I see already a bunch of you are snagging them, but I just couldn't believe that our banned Z shirt got banned off the website that was hosting it. These shirts are actually better than the ones we were getting before. So this website gave me the option of getting premium t-shirts, nice t-shirts. The last website didn't give me that option. So, screw the last website. And I'm happy that we're on this website now and they're not going to take us down. So the Z shirts are available now. Go snag one. They're pretty sick. And what better way to show your support for the liberation efforts than to snag one of those shirts right there? Get them while they're hot. You got like 7 days to get, I think. The campaign lasts like 7 days to grab one. So if you want to get one right now. You may as well. Thanks for watching that episode of The Dive. If you'd like to support independent journalism, be sure to subscribe and consider becoming a member on my Patreon using the link below.
Okay. All right. Okay. As you can see, it wasn't a governmental action, but it was a company that he, he was working with that did it on their own. And because what? Anti-Russia hysteria. And as I said, Jackson Hinkle and myself, when it comes to, he doesn't know who I am, but Jackson Hinkle and myself, when it comes to interventionism, NATO, United States, trying to start World War III with Russia, we're both against it. He's a little more on the pro-Russia side than I am. I kind of see both sides as bullshit, and that's okay. I'm not mad. I'm not really taking too much issue that if he's pro-Russia. But point I'm trying to say is, the level of ridiculousness that our society has taken with this anti-Russia hysteria that's going on. And, it is to this, especially within the liberal community, the liberal, our liberal elite in this country, Democrats, whether they're centrists or even some on the progressive side of the equation. And it all comes back down to 2016 when they blame Vladimir Putin for getting Donald Trump elected. And because they believe that narrative that Hillary Clinton has pointed out, and she has poisoned the minds of people that supposed to represent the left and the center left into thinking that Vladimir Putin was organizing and put Trump in power, that Donald Trump is some type of Manchurian candidate at the behest of the bidding of Vladimir Putin. Which is really odd because during Trump's 4 years in power, if there was any truth to it, these politicians believe that, why the fuck did Nancy Pelosi and why the fuck did Chuck Schumer, when it came to the military budget, actually allocated more funds for Trump's budget than he asked for, and gave him more power for national security than he asked for? If he was such, a puppet of Vladimir Putin. I mean, these are questions I like to wonder and all of that. But getting back to the whole censorship thing, this is the slippery slope, and this is where it leads. And so, 3 or 4 years ago, many folks on the left were happy when, as I said, David Duke is an asshole, Richard Spencer is an asshole, Alex Jones is an asshole, but they were all cheerleading when social media canceled them all out and everything. And those of us on the left that were defending their free speech, there were people like, what the fuck, you are so conservative for free speech? Are you sympathetic to their point of view? I am not sympathetic to their point of view, but I support free speech no matter. And I know it's a tired subject, but it used to be a left-wing point of view. It used to be a left-wing position to support free speech, and it isn't. And it plays into the right-wing hands. When right-wing people are still, as a general rule, more on the side of censorship than than the left, but they look more like free thinkers, and they win the public relations battle on that issue. And the left-wing people look like they're pearl clutchers and wimps and authoritarians all roll into one, and we lose in the public relations, and we keep losing and losing and losing. And then you got people like Keith Olbermann, when he was working at MSNBC, And he used to be really base years ago. He used to be awesome when he was sitting there shitting on George W. Bush almost nightly on his show. And then what did he do back in 2018? I think it was 2018. He apologized to George W. Bush for all the shit he gave him and his commentaries on his program. Why? Because, they had a new enemy, and that was Donald Trump, who killed less people than George W. Bush. So that's what we're dealing with. And it's kind of weird that yesterday's allies ended up becoming pieces of shit. And how sad it is that I used to respect Keith Olbermann, and he's just I just view him as scum these days. He's just a horrible human being. So there is that. My goodness, I had a photo that I accidentally. Anyway, well, the thing is, it's a slippery slope, folks, and that's basically what I'm saying. And we need to be careful. So, I want to point out to another example, and because I was going to contrast. I'm going to contrast. Excuse me. I ate something earlier. I want to contrast Jackson Hinkle, who is a Marxist-Leninist, and I'm not. I'm a social democrat. But I respect him a great deal because he's a free speech absolutist, and that means a lot to me. And how sad it is that he's a free speech absolutist, and someone like Nomiki Konst, whose politics should theoretically be closer to mine. And there was a time, maybe a couple of years ago, I would have said we would have identical politics. And she was calling for canceling, culturing Jimmy Dore after the force to vote, with her opposition toward force to vote, saying that she would like for YouTube to fuck with his algorithms. Of course, I think it's jealousy on her part because the only way she can make it on her program, and Zach and Gavin said that themselves on the Vanguard, is her coming on the Majority Report, and that's and she's riding off of their coattails. I mean, she really can't make it on her own. It's not. I mean, she's actually got pretty good politics otherwise, but I don't like her cancel culture positions and her wokeness. That ruins it for her. I mean, other than that, she does have traditional social democratic outlooks that I do like, but she ruins it with that outlook, and she has a kind of an elitist attitude that kills the left, and that's basically what I'm saying there. So, what's going on against Jackson Hinkle, and I'm glad he had it resolved with getting another printer to go and to make T-shirts and everything. And even though I'm not sympathetic toward Russia, I'm not sympathetic toward Ukraine either. He is fucking correct when he says Ukraine's got Nazis, and they fucking do got Nazis, and that is a serious issue there, and people need to realize it, and the West realize it, and they are doing their best to cover that shit up. So anyway, we have a chat line here. One of my favorites, Hot Retarded Chicks. Hey, how are you doing today? I am doing okay. I'm just touching on a quick subject before I go to work, so I'm going to be getting offline right here real quick, but I want to let everybody know if you like what you heard, please press like, because it apparently helps the algorithms, and comment anyway. If you don't like what I have to say, we'll have a conversation either way. Feel free to share the content on this channel. As a First Amendment absolutist, and I fucking mean it, as a First Amendment absolutist, create your own platform and utilize it, because we're the muckrakers of our time, and we need to do that more than ever. hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And remember, we not only do we have a class struggle to wage, because we certainly do, we are also all Julian Assange. Music.